What if you could lower your dementia risk by 25% without medication? Not a drug, not a supplement, not surgery, just a specific type of brain training. Alzheimer's disease affects millions of people worldwide. It slowly steals memory, independence, and over time, even identity. Many families have seen it up close. And the truth is, all of us carry some level of risk as we age. Despite decades of scientific progress and major advances in research, we still do not have any medication approved to prevent Alzheimer's disease or other forms of dementia. That can make you wonder, if there's nothing to prevent it, what can you actually do? Here's where things get interesting. A recent long-term study suggests that a very specific type of brain training, not just any puzzle, not just any app, may actually reduce the risk of developing dementia. And today, you're going to discover exactly what that game is, how it works, how it may strengthen and protect your brain, and what other scientifically proven strategies can help reduce Alzheimer's risk, whether you are young or already older, because protecting your brain is possible at any age, and it starts with understanding what truly makes a difference. When your brain processes information more efficiently, other functions, like memory and executive skills, may work better in everyday life. Some researchers believe that improving speed and attention may help build what's called cognitive reserve. Cognitive reserve refers to the brain's ability to adapt and compensate for age-related changes or disease, allowing some people to function well even when underlying changes are present. Let's start with the big question. What was the study behind this finding? The answer comes from a large U.S. study called the ACTIVE trial. That stands for Advanced Cognitive Training for Independent and Vital Elderly. It was funded by the National Institute on Aging. Researchers enrolled adults aged 65 and older. Participants were randomly assigned to different cognitive training groups, or to a control group. And here's the impressive part. Many of them were followed for up to 20 years. 2 decades! That kind of long-term follow-up is rare. Participants were divided into 3 main training groups, plus a control group with no training. One group received memory training, exercises focused on remembering word lists, facts, and verbal strategies. Another group received reasoning training. This focused on logic skills and problem solving. And a third group received speed of processing training, fast visual identification tasks, divided attention challenges, timed responses that became harder as performance improved. Here's the key finding. Over those 20 years, individuals who completed speed of processing training, especially those who received booster sessions later on, had about a 25% lower relative risk of developing dementia compared with the control group. The memory training group did not show a significant long-term reduction in dementia risk. The reasoning training group did not show that protective effect either. The benefit was specific. It was the speed of processing training that made the difference. And that distinction matters. Now, let's take a closer look at the training itself. The group assigned to speed of processing training used a structured program known as Useful Field of View training, often abbreviated as UFOV. A modern version built on the same scientific principles is called Double Decision. So, how does it actually work? At the beginning of each round, you'll see one object appear briefly in the center of the screen. It might be a car or a truck. At the same time, a road sign appears somewhere in your peripheral vision, off to the side. You're not told in advance where it will show up. Then, very quickly, the entire image disappears. Now comes the challenge. First, 2 objects appear in the center of the screen, the original one and a different one. Your job is to identify which object was the one you saw before. Was it the car, or was it the truck? But that's only half of it. Remember the road sign that appeared in your peripheral vision? It does not reappear. Instead, you must indicate where it originally showed up. Top right, bottom left, upper left? So you're making 2 decisions. One about what you saw in the center, and one about where something appeared in your peripheral field. That's why it's called Double Decision. And if you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next health tips. Let's dive back in. Here's the key. The program adapts to you. As you improve, it gets harder. That adaptive feature really matters. The images appear faster, you have less time to respond, and distracting images start appearing around the screen. You have to stay focused and still respond accurately under pressure. This keeps your brain working right at its processing limit. Not too easy, not overwhelming. And this is very different from a crossword puzzle. You're not just remembering information, you're training visual processing speed, divided attention, peripheral awareness. Who benefited the most? The strongest effects were seen in people who completed the initial training sessions, who continued with booster sessions over time, and who stayed engaged in the program. Consistency seemed to matter, not just trying it once, but sticking with it. Now, you might be wondering, why would this type of training work in the first place? The answer has to do with something called neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to change its structure and function in response to experience. It can strengthen existing connections between neurons. It can form new connections, and in some cases, it can reorganize networks when they are repeatedly challenged. Your brain is not static. It's constantly adapting. Every time you learn a new skill, practice something repeatedly, or challenge your attention, specific neural pathways become more efficient. Even later in life, yes, even in your 60s, 70s, and beyond, your brain can still form and strengthen neural connections. Research in aging and neurology shows that while plasticity may slow with age, it does not disappear. And that matters. When you repeatedly challenge skills like visual attention and rapid decision-making, the networks involved in those functions can become more coordinated and efficient. It's similar to physical exercise. When you stress a muscle appropriately and consistently, it adapts. The brain responds in a comparable way to targeted mental training. That adaptive capacity is one reason researchers believe structured cognitive training may help support brain resilience over time. But here's the key question. What is the most scientifically proven way to reduce dementia risk? According to major U.S. health organizations like the CDC and the National Institute on Aging, the strongest evidence supports lifestyle interventions. First, move your body. Aim for at least 150 minutes per week of moderate physical activity. Brisk walking, swimming, cycling, dancing. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain. It supports heart health, and what protects the heart also protects the brain. Second, control your blood pressure. High blood pressure in midlife is one of the strongest known risk factors for later cognitive decline, including Alzheimer's disease and vascular dementia. Managing it consistently may reduce long-term risk. Quick break, but this is important. Did you know that many Americans have high blood pressure? The best way to control it isn't just medication. Natural approaches can make a huge difference and improve your quality of life, even if you don't have hypertension. That's why we created our ebook, Hypertension Made Simple. Everything you need to know to control high blood pressure. Inside, you'll discover things your doctor may not have time to explain during an office visit. The link to get your copy is in the description below. Now, let's get back to it. Third, stay mentally engaged. Learn new skills. Read regularly. Take a class. And if you choose, consider structured cognitive training, like speed of processing games that have research behind them. Fourth, stay socially connected. Isolation has been associated with higher dementia risk. Real conversations challenge your brain in ways apps simply cannot. Fifth, prioritize sleep. Sleep is when memory consolidation happens. Chronic poor sleep may negatively impact long-term brain health. And if you notice changes in memory, don't ignore them. Some cognitive symptoms are caused by treatable conditions, medication side effects, vitamin deficiencies like low B12, thyroid disorders, depression. Early evaluation truly matters. Here's the bottom line. A specific type of brain training, speed of processing, has been linked to a lower risk of dementia in long-term studies of older adults. That's powerful. And it works best when combined with healthy habits, regular exercise, good blood pressure control, strong social connections. Move your body, protect your heart, challenge your mind, stay connected, sleep well. Small actions repeated over time can make a powerful difference. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our upcoming health videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time!